You don't want this in your swimming pond because it's horrible. Look at it. It's horrible. So let me talk to you about how we get rid of it forever. Darn blanket weed. So in this video, what I'd like to talk about is blanket weed in swimming ponds. So you get your perfect swimming pond, the water's crystal clear, you're delighted with it, and then blanket weed appears out of nowhere, grows up to 2 meters a day. It's unreal how this stuff grows. So one of the things I really understood when I came into the market is people aren't going to want to swim in something that has blanket weed, okay? Now, I always believe that we have to look at the cause, not the problems. The problem is blanket weed, but what is the cause of that blanket weed in a swimming pond? So generally speaking, blanket weed's caused by, it's got 2 general food sources. One is nitrate and one is phosphates. Now, nitrates, so if you've got a big swimming pond and it's got the large planting beds, within them large planting beds you'll have gravel, and what happens in the gravel is that's where the nitrogen cycle happens. It turns ammonia to nitrite to nitrate. And the nitrate that's not used by the plants will end up as silt on the pond, okay? And the other thing nitrate does is it feeds blanket weed. So the second thing is phosphates. Now phosphates are actually found in tap water, actually even found in rainwater, and phosphates will also feed blanket weed. So let's just tackle one at a time. So let's talk about nitrates. So on our system, we have a filtration system. So in that filtration system, that's where our nitrogen cycle happens. It doesn't actually happen in the pond. Now some of it will happen in the pond, but that's not what they're built for. It actually happens where we have the filtration system. And because of that, it's done away from the pond, but the silt is then handled at the filter end and can be removed that way. Now you will still get silt in the pond, but it's extremely minimal. On our projects, on our swimming pond builds, it'll be the least amount of silt of any swimming pond that's built in the world because of how we filter out silt. So that helps the nitrates. So what about the phosphates? Well, the phosphates are a completely different ball game. So phosphates in tap water, and we have to remove them from the water and also keep them out. So one of the key things is to have one pool of water. So by having one pool of water and not having water come into it or come out of it constantly, what we can do is then control the environment. And we've got lots of different techniques we do in our projects to bring the phosphate level down. And I understand that if you've got a pond built that's got these large planting beds, you might wonder, well, how do they tackle with it? Well, they don't. They're relying on the plants to take the phosphate level in. But the trouble is, blanket weed only needs a level of 0.035 to grow. Now, most pond water, if you probably test it, you'll probably find that it's at 0.5. So it's over, 10 times what it needs to be at. So what we work on our projects is bringing that level down. So the way I look at it is this. Having the swimming pond built the traditional way, what that does is your maintenance increases over time. As the silt starts to build up, as the phosphates increase in the water, over time, it builds up. Okay? With our projects, over time, the maintenance gets easier. So as all the equipment works, some of all its parts is working as it should do, then the phosphate is removed from the water, removes the cause, blanket weed can't grow. And that's why we now have a lot of successful projects that are now experience minimal blanket weed. Okay, and one of the tips I will give, blanket weed, if you've got it in the pond, remove it, take it out. Don't put it anywhere near the pond, get rid of it, because it stores phosphates, and so by taking it out, you're actually removing phosphates from the water. So it is good to keep removing it, and I know it can be a real task as well. Okay, so that's another video for me trying to explain a bit more about blanket weed and how it forms in a swimming pond, and hopefully that's helpful. Feel free to contact me. My email is mw@michaelwheat.co.uk. I've had a lot of calls to the office recently. People have been watching my videos, been taking in the information about blanket weed, and wanted me to go out and survey their ponds, and that's something I very much enjoy doing and helping people have a less stressful experience with their swimming pools. Thank you. So, thank you for watching one of our videos. Please like and subscribe. That's what all the kids say, don't they? Obviously, for us as a company, I want to let as many people know as possible that are interested in swimming ponds, what we do and how we do it. I think we have a fabulous way of delivering our projects, and I want more and more people to see it. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. If not, email me at mw@michaelwheat.co.uk and tell me what I can do to improve, because I'm always here to improve. And I look forward to hearing from people. Thank you.